Ever wondered what it would be like to be a fighting priest on the fantasy world of Earth? Picture a blend of martial prowess and spiritual might. A Hierophant or a Chaos Priest is just that. These unique characters bring a distinctive flavor to the game, combining the power of the divine with the dynamism of combat. Hierophants and Chaos Priests are not your typical holy men. They are warriors, yes, but their strength comes not from brute force, but from their spiritual connection. Their spells, akin to those available to paladins, are more potent versions, and their fighting style leans more towards magic than physical combat. They cannot don heavy armor, but what they lack in physical defense, they make up for in their spiritual power. The way they cast spells is also unique. With a universal raising of both hands, they channel their spiritual power into their spells. For Chaos Priests, the hands are lowered. It's almost impossible to determine what spell is being cast, adding an element of mystery and uncertainty to each encounter. These mystical warriors are not lone wolves. The forces of order, including monks, paladins, holy guardians, and law-abiding hierophants, often band together into organized orders to stand against the gathering evil. Chaos Priests, on the other hand, gain slightly different spells to hierophants, just as Chaos Knights learn different spells to paladins. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. The Hierophants and Chaos Priests have a whole range of skills and abilities that make them stand out in the world of Earth. From their missals, which are their prayer books, and a major source of their power, to their cannons, the Book of Law, and the magical incense they craft, these characters are a force to be reckoned with. Now that we understand who these mystical warriors are, let's delve deeper into their unique abilities. So strap in as we take a journey into the world of Hierophants and Chaos Priests, exploring their powers, their tools, and the role they play in the grand scheme of Earth. So, what sets Hierophants and Chaos Priests apart in terms of skills and spells? Well, if you're familiar with the role of paladins, you'll find some similarities, but the prowess of Hierophants and Chaos Priests is much more focused on magic. Picture them as fighting priests casting spells with a universal gesture of raising both hands or lowering them if they're a Chaos Priest. This makes it nearly impossible to anticipate which spell they're about to cast. Quite the tactical advantage, wouldn't you say? Now let's talk about the standard spell range. It's a combination of the character's genetics, intellect, and charisma. This is the baseline from which your spell's impact on the world of Earth is measured. So the more genetically gifted, intelligent, and charming your character, the further your spells can reach. And what about spell expiry? Well, the standard Hierophant spell expiry roll is 3 dice, each with 4 sides. You roll them, and if you get a 4 on each, the spell ends. It's a simple system, but it adds a layer of unpredictability to the magic that keeps things exciting. Moving on to the basic skills, let's start with missals. These are basically prayer books, and for a Hierophant, they're a vital source of power. A missal halves the amount of magic points needed to cast a spell, but there's a catch. You can't use a missal when the spell requires more than the standard magic points. And how about cannons or the Book of Law? These are another kind of power source. They help increase the range of spells by 2 meters per rank. Now, under normal circumstances, a cannon and missile can't be used at the same time. It's a bit like trying to read 2 books at once. And then there's incense. Yes, you heard me right, incense. It's not just for making your quarters smell nice. Priests are responsible for creating magical incense, the quality of which improves every few ranks. It's not about inhaling it, but rather the ritual of burning it and the prayers that accompany the smoke. It takes a round for a priest to light and use any incense with their spell, Glow. Or it can be lit normally, but this takes a bit longer. The only ones who can benefit from pure incense are Hierophants, Paladins, Holy Guardians, and monks, because they're in tune with the energy and know the ceremonial rites. Armed with these powerful abilities, Hierophants and Chaos Priests are formidable opponents. But their power doesn't stop there. Have you ever heard of a prayer book that reduces the magic points needed to cast a spell by half? Such a book exists in the mystical world of Earth, and it's known as a missal. In the hands of a Hierophant or Chaos Priest, a missal is more than just a collection of prayers. It's a conduit for spiritual energy, a guidebook for wielding the forces of the universe. These prayer books are secured at the waist by a chain, always within reach in times of need. But what makes a missal truly special is its ability to lighten the magical load of the priest. When a Hierophant or Chaos Priest uses their missal to cast a spell, the magic points required are cut in half. Imagine the potential, doubling your capacity to harness the spiritual energy that flows through earth. However, it's worth noting that this benefit only applies to spells cast within the standard amount of magic points. The process of creating a missal is a labor of love, a testament to devotion. It takes 3 months to write, illuminate, and bind one of these magical prayer books. This isn't a task undertaken lightly. It requires patience, skill, and a deep connection to the spiritual realm, but the reward is well worth the effort. Once completed, the priest gains a book of 20 scriptures. These scriptures do not fade or burn away. They remain inert yet potent, ready to be used later in their divine gospel or infernal manifest. In the world of earth, the pen truly is mightier than the sword, especially when it's used to scribe a missal. The power these prayer books hold is immeasurable, a testament to the profound connection between written word and spiritual energy. A missal is a powerful tool, but it's not the only one in a Hierophant or Chaos Priest's arsenal. Now let's turn our attention to another powerful source of magic, the Book of Law or Canon. A canon is not just a book. It is a potent source of magic that a Hierophant or Chaos Priest harnesses to increase the range of their spells. The benefits are significant. The range of spells can be extended by twice the rank of the priest. Creating a canon is a meticulous process, much like crafting a missal. It requires the same amount of time, care, and spiritual energy. It is an act of devotion and dedication, a testament to the priest's commitment to their spiritual path. For 3 months, they pour their heart and soul into the pages, illuminating them with sacred texts, binding them with reverence. However, just like with a missal, the power of a canon is not infinite. The written scriptures within the canon, once used, become inert. They do not fade or burn away, but they lose their magical potency. These inert scriptures, however, are not discarded. Most priests keep them for later use in their divine gospel or infernal manifest, preserving them as testament of their spiritual journey. One important caveat to remember is that under normal circumstances, a canon and a missal cannot be used simultaneously. It's not a matter of one being superior to the other, but rather each has its own unique role in channeling the priest's magic. A missal helps to reduce the amount of magic points needed to cast a spell, while a canon extends the range of the spell. Both are essential tools in the arsenal of a Hierophant or Chaos Priest, each complementing the other in different ways. The creation of a canon, much like the missal, is a significant milestone in the life of a Hierophant or Chaos Priest. It is an affirmation of their spiritual journey, a testament to their growing power, and a beacon guiding their path in the world of earth. With a canon and a missal, a Hierophant or Chaos Priest is a force to be reckoned with. Incense isn't just for creating a relaxing atmosphere. For Hierophants and Chaos Priests, it's a source of magic. In the mystical realm of earth, incense is far more than just a pleasant fragrance. It's a conduit for spiritual energy, a catalyst for magical spells, and a bridge between the physical and ethereal realms. This isn't the stuff you'd find at your local wellness store. No, this is magical incense, crafted carefully with intention and skill by Hierophants and Chaos Priests. So how is this magical incense created? Well, it's a process that requires patience, knowledge, and a deep understanding of the magical energies that pervade the world of earth. As Hierophants and Chaos Priests ascend through their ranks, their ability to craft increasingly potent incense grows. This is not just about combining aromatic herbs, it's about imbuing these substances with magical energies, turning them into tools of power. But how is this magical incense used? It's not as simple as lighting a stick and waiting for the magic to happen. Using incense in magic is a ritualistic process. The priest must light the incense, typically using their spell glow, although it can also be lit in a more traditional manner. This process takes time, symbolizing the transition from the mundane to the magical, from the physical to the spiritual. Once lit, the incense doesn't need to be fully inhaled. It's not the smoke itself that holds the power, but the ritual of burning and the thoughts, prayers, and intentions that accompany it. As the smoke rises, it carries these spiritual energies upwards, connecting the priest with the higher realms and amplifying their magical abilities. Now, not everyone can benefit from this magical incense. Only those who are in tune with the magical energies of the world, such as hierophants, paladins, holy guardians, and monks, can truly harness its power. These individuals understand the ceremonial rites and have the spiritual sensitivity to connect with the energies released by the incense. But what about limitations? Well, the use of magical incense is not without its restrictions. First, it requires a suitable holder, which a priest is allowed to construct only once every 3 ranks. Second, the process of lighting and using the incense takes time, which can be crucial in certain situations. Finally, the incense must be used judiciously. It's a powerful tool, but like all tools, it needs to be used wisely and with respect. So, as you can see, incense is a powerful tool in the hands of a hierophant or chaos priest. It's a bridge between worlds, a catalyst for magic, and a symbol of the deep spiritual connection that these priests have with the world around them. But like all tools of power, it requires knowledge, skill, and respect to use effectively. We've covered a lot of ground today, so let's take a moment to recap. Our journey began by understanding the unique roles of hierophants and chaos priests on the vibrant world of Aerith. We learned that these aren't your typical priests. They're fighting priests with a special blend of combat and magic. They even have their own distinct casting styles, with hierophants raising their hands and chaos priests lowering theirs. These subtle nuances can lead to intriguing gameplay, as it's often impossible to know exactly what spell is being cast. We also discovered that these priests are not lone wolves. They often ally with forces of order like monks, paladins, and holy guardians to combat the gathering of evil. This opens up opportunities for team-based strategies and alliances in your adventures. Then, we delved into the spells and skills unique to these priests. We found that the standard spell range is determined by the sum of genetics, intellect, and charisma meters. The spell expiry roll is 3 4-sided dice, and if all land on 4, the spell ends. This adds an element of suspense and unpredictability to each spell cast. Next, we explored the importance of written scripture for hierophants and chaos priests in the form of missals and canons. The missal, a prayer book secured by a chain at the priest's waist, reduces the magic points needed to cast a spell by half. On the other hand, the canon, or the book of law, increases the range of spells. These books not only add depth to the gameplay, but also provide a sense of character and purpose to the priest. And let's not forget the magical incense. These are not just for ambience, but play a significant role in a priest's arsenal. The quality of incense a priest can craft increases every few ranks. This adds another layer of strategy, as the choice of incense can significantly affect the outcome of a battle. However, the use of incense is not as straightforward as it might seem. It takes a round for a priest to light and use any incense in a suitable holder, and only certain classes can benefit from it. This introduces a sense of realism and complexity to the game, making it a more immersive experience. In essence, the dynamic abilities and tools of hierophants and chaos priests offer a rich and engaging gaming experience. Their unique blend of combat and magic, allied with the strategic use of missiles, cannons, and incense, provides a fresh and exciting perspective to role-playing on Aerith. So, whether you're a player or a GM, understanding the unique abilities of hierophants and chaos priests can add a new level of depth and excitement to your games. Until next time, may your adventures on Aerith be epic and your battles victorious.